Yeah, the Coaches versus Cancer has been a long time running deal now, and obviously it's brought great attention. And I think a lot of different sports across the NCAA have been able to use this platform to kind of bring a lot of attention to obviously several different types of cancer. But so we'll be wearing sneakers. We'll be wearing our gray T-shirts with our green lettering that says sneakers and suits. It's an NCAA deal. So we'll have those on, and I think it's something that we've that across the country we've been doing this for several years, and I think it's just to the point where we've all been affected by it, whether we have personally or people we love or people we know. It's just something we've got to keep trying to do all we can to give recognition to it. So happy to be a part of it.
Coach, biggest takeaways from last weekend down in South Dakota, kind of how you guys feeling after that weekend?
Well, listen, South Dakota State's really good on they're good. Just no matter who they're playing and where they're playing, they're a very good team. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out over a 6-7 year period of time when they're like 76-3, they're not going to lose there a lot. You got to play a full, complete game of 40 plus minutes, and there was in particular the second game. I just felt like through the course of the game, we did a lot of really good things, but mistakes we made, breakdowns defensively, or some finishes around the basket or great looks that we didn't make. Those are shots. If you want to win there, those are shots you got to make. And then there's some breakdowns defensively where we gave up some open looks, and those are breakdowns you can't have if you want to win at Frost. So very good team. Too many mistakes. I loved how we competed on that second night, especially. But unfortunately, that's what you leave there with is the would'ves and could'ves, and we've got to be better to beat them. No matter what floor, we've just got to be better. So, but they like I said, they get a lot of credit for that. It's not just breakdowns for us and missed shots. They're just a team that takes advantage of mistakes. They're a team that takes advantage of when you don't make a mistake, they still can make plays. So that's kind of what we took from it. But listen, there's some things that came from it. I think you see continued consistent play from Tyree. I think you see some peaks of Caleb and some of the things he did in that second half. Would like to see that more consistently. But there's some things where I think we are improving. But again, it's a hard place to go in and just get a win when you don't play better.
Coach, looking at the Leathernecks here, they're a team that has completely nearly revamped their roster in its entirety. But the thing that stands out is they seem to be really long. They got a lot of guys that are 6'7", 6'5", all the way up to 6'10". So they present length when they get on the floor. Does it seem that way to you when you first look at the Leathernecks?
Yeah, when this last weekend, I think they started 6'5" was their smallest guy. Then they went right to 6'7", 6'7", 6'5", and 6'10". So yeah, they're if the way they started the weekend before is a little bit more of a traditional type lineup. So one thing that's consistent with them is I think they're playing hard. They're a little bit like teams that have a lot of new guys. I think they're searching for their identity, but they're I think number 4 in the country in post ups. They really try to go inside. So whether they're kind of more with their traditional lineup when they have the Brookins kid out there, more with a regular type of 2 guard as well. Or if they're big like they were against USD this last week. And that's one thing that's been consistent is they really try to beat you from the inside out. And that inside, really doing a great job of defending the post from a lot of different spots for us is going to be important. And then getting to their threes. Will Carius is a guy that is a very capable, high-level scorer. And he can get you inside on mismatches, but he can really shoot the ball. So they've got a good mix of guys, and I think they've been really close. But they obviously they're fighting like we are right now, just to try to find their best team, their best lineup, and getting better every weekend.
Yeah, Coach, what are you seeing here in the last 3 games from Tyree that's allowing him to put up a few more points here?
Well, he's more confident catching and shooting the ball. I think he's more confident attacking the rim and finishing. You know, the finishing, I think there was a time a few weeks back where he was struggling finishing. And I thought for him, and from when we got him here in the fall through practices, that was a great strength of his. And he just, you know, he kind of went through that period of time where he wasn't finishing as well around the basket. And I think he's really pick that level back up. He's adjusting really well to how teams are trying to guard him. Teams that are going under him now, I think he's really doing a good job of being more offensive minded and looking for a shot if they want to go under and basically force him to shoot and take away drives. And I think, you know, he's now 6 of 12 in league play, and a lot of that's come just in the last few games. So, you know, there's just more confidence coming from him and what he can do. And it's just kind of understanding within how we're playing to read the defense and make the right play. And I think you're really starting to see him make some good plays, not just passing, but being a guy that can score as well.